the Minister of Shipping and Insular Policy, Mr. Plakiotakis, to take the podium and deliver his keynote address. We are privileged to have him with us. So, Mr. Plakiotakis, thank you for being with us.
Good afternoon, distinguished representatives, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to address in 8th Capital Link Maritime's Leaders Summit, and I would like to thank the organizers. Thank you, Olga and Nicholas, for your invitation, for addressing the forum through this keynote address. I'm looking forward to a constructive exchange of views on the critical challenges that the Greek shipping and the global shipping industry faces today. First of all, I consider appropriate to start from the seizure of the 2 Greek tankers in Iran. Illegal acts contrary to international law do not only harm shipping, they undermine global efforts for sustainable development and show disrespect for the world community. Because when the rule at sea is disrupted, the regulatory system of the Convention on the Law of the Sea is called into question. The consequences for shipping and world trade will be very serious. The law of the sea is the foundation for all activities at sea and a non-negotiable value for global prosperity and progress. For this reason, it is important that the global maritime community remain united against any illegal activities that can harm the freedom of navigation and the right of innocent passage, which are the fundamental principles of the law of the sea. It is equally important, ladies and gentlemen, that the international community stand firm against Iran's outright illegal actions and call on the Tehran government to release the 2 ships immediately. From our side, I would like to assure you that the Greek government is making every effort and will not stop until the 2 Greek ships and their crew are fully released. Ladies and gentlemen, Greek shipping, with the constant support of the government and a stable institutional regime, has achieved to maintain its leading position at international maritime trade. The Greek Maritime Administration seeks to safeguard its competitiveness and quality level of the Greek shipping industry at global level, which will allow it to meet the challenges of international environment where it operates. Greek ship owner succeeded has always been based on transforming challenges to opportunities, not least through new investments. The entrepreneurial spirit of the Greek maritime community is well known. Our maritime expertise as a nation goes back to the ancient years. Shipping has been a main pillar of our national economy, supporting maritime growth and employment, coupled, of course, with the deep knowledge, adaptability, maritime know-how, and the provision of quality services. I'm confident that Greek shipping will continue to be strong, both domestically and internationally, serving the nation's trade needs and, of course, the world economy as a whole. At the same time, all maritime policy decisions, due to their complexity, are based on a very efficient and productive tripartite dialogue between the government, the ship owners, and the seafarers. Stakeholders' views are very seriously taken into account when shaping the relevant Greek positions to be presented in the EU's and international fora. This long-standing practice definitely ensures that maritime policy initiatives are aligned with the needs of the industry and its manpower, along with the need of our times, which came in more intensely due to the pandemic and the war in Ukraine. Our aim always remains to promote sustainable shipping operation from both an economic and environmental perspective. For the Minister of Maritime Affairs and Insular Policy, it is crucial to look into the challenges of the present while trying to anticipate those of the future. The shipping industry and seafarers have been hardly hit by the pandemic the last 2 years. Lockdowns, health protocols, isolation, the suspension of certain activities, problems in logistics just when growth started to recover, reminded us that nothing should be taken for granted. Surviving physically and economically, all the more progressing, require dedication, effort, and cooperation. The Russian invasion in Ukraine did nothing more but confirm that. In this unprecedented time of the pandemic, and in cooperation with our international partners, the IMO and the EU, we have come together, we have joined forces to keep the global supply chains flowing. We contributed greatly to solving problems of mobility of our seafarers and repatriated them when they were trapped in dire conditions because of restrictive measures, and recently because of military operations. At the same time, in the internal field, we managed to meet the needs of our heavily tested coastal shipping network. The war in Ukraine also recalled how important it is to invest in alternative energy sources as a part of the EU's independence from Russian energy. In a vigilant and prospective spirit, our government was very well prepared, and as from next year, with the full deployment of the FSRU in Alexandroupoli and Reventhusa, Greece will not only be fully covering its own needs for LNG, but will be transformed into a core energy hub for the whole southeastern Europe. As regards the future sustainability for shipping, in particular the need to gradually move away from fossil fuels and the shortage of deck and engine officer for crewing of the global fleet, are those issues that we should all team up, join forces, and address all together, governments, institutional shipping actors, in and out of the sector industries. The Greek government fully shares the need of carbon neutral shipping by 2050. Besides, it is our duty to bequeath not only a viable, but also a better future to the next generations. Shipping has committed to contributing to the global efforts to fight climate change and reach the objective of carbon neutrality, the most radical transformation ever made in shipping and economy in general, i.e. the transit to a carbon-free future, requires that we gradually move from the current uncertainty to a safe environment that will be a leading future in investments and make sure that they result in the expected benefits for the environment, entailing a mix of targeted and flexible private and public funding. In the volatile global environment, shipping has been functioning as a beacon of stability, responding to the unprecedented condition we have been facing over the past 2 years. Once again, the shipping industry has highlighted both its strategic and substantive dimension and its essential contribution to the functioning of the global ecosystem. Being fully aware that society does not have a full understanding of the indispensable and multi-level contribution of shipping, I call on all of us who belong to the shipping family to act as messengers of the vital role of shipping and seafarers internationally. Improving the public perception of shipping will also assist to attracting qualified and competent crew and persuading, this is our decision, persuading our youth that the sea offers an ocean of opportunities for a well-paid and a socially rewarding career. It is true that the main priority for 2022 is to put strong foundation for the recovery of all economic activities, including shipping. In the fiercely competitive international environment that shipping operates, we will have to consider all aspects that affect the maritime sector recovery and to address challenges such as those faced by the human capital of shipping, the need for increased utilization of digital technology, cybersecurity issues, the preservation of social and territorial cohesion of our country, and measures to increase the resilience and sustainability of the industry. It is on those axes we intend to work in the short and mid-term. Our to-do list needs to address the above points in a balanced manner. I will only focus on 5 major initiatives. That list includes promotion both at the level of EU and IMO of realistic policies that are founded on the needs and particularities of shipping as the lifeblood not only for the European but also for the world economy. We need to be stressing on every occasion that shipping, maritime employment, and expertise should be retained high in Europe and beyond. The maritime environment is our common global heritage, and shipping is a global industry. Therefore, it requires global rules and regulations. One of the biggest challenges for shipping will be to secure worldwide availability of safe, alternative, low and zero carbon fuels and the related infrastructure. And this should happen as soon as possible. Now, as we speak, this is far from being a reality. So research and development and deployment of alternative fuels will need to intensify. In this respect, and in cooperation with the maritime community, we are exploring the best possible ways for the most radical transformation ever happened in shipping for a century, the gradual transition to a non-fossil fuel-based shipping and economy in general. Greece will continue to contribute with concrete proposals to the ongoing negotiation, both at the level of EU and IMO, on the new environmental legislation aiming at new regulation that will promote clean energy transition in an enabling and inclusive manner without jeopardizing the resilience of shipping and our economies, particularly the growth prospects and well-being of more vulnerable citizens like the islanders and the less wealthy. In the social field, my vision is to preserve and expand the Greek maritime expertise, given also the significant shortages expected in the coming years. The development of Greek shipping and the Greek flag is inextricably linked to the availability of young seafarers who are trained and qualified, well educated, able to face the future changes of shipping, namely decarbonization and protection of the environment in general, digitalization, cybersecurity, autonomous and semi-autonomous ships. In that context, I intend to propose a comprehensive plan for the enhancement for the maritime education system by the end of this year. Distinguished participants, dear friends and colleagues, I tried to summarize a number of facts and ideas on how this government approaches a flourishing shipping industry. This is, anyway, the underlying objective of Posidonia, where all nation and shipping-related industries cast a vote of confidence to Greek shipping towards a bright and prosperous future corresponding to its renowned and glorious past and present. We are, though, grateful to Capital Link to include the Maritime Leaders Summit in the Posidonia calendar and looking forward to the insightful intervention from the real business leaders. Thank you very much for your attention.